in the morning, you got me up, all cause you need to talk. To 4 in the evening, wanna break up, say that you've had enough. I'm tired of talking, again and again, argue about everything. You are my darling, this kiss and make up, I know you wanna touch. You call me every night, call me every day, I just wanna get you alone now. Trust me when I say, we gon' be okay, we just gotta boom bada boom ba. I don't wanna fight, you know that I'm right, baby let me talk to your body. We gon' be okay, hear me when I say.
We're bringing it to you live from Barra da Tijuca, the beach, one of the famous beaches in Brazil. We got my man, brother Al Greeze, and we're about to chop it up and talk about the importance of the movie Frustrated 3, the documentary exploring some of the nuances of why black men in America are frustrated. This is filmmaker and producer Al Greeze. Al Greeze, I want you to tell us why you think Frustrated 3 is going to be epic.
Before we get to that, man, I just want to appreciate you coming out here with us, man. Accept that invite to come out here, chop it up with the brothers. We're in Baja Tijuca. Yeah, a little different scenery from the beaches in Copacabana.
Yes, sir.
A little bit more upscale, a little bit more, just as vibrant.
Yes, sir. Very vibrant.
As out there. So the people out here having a good time, we're chilling on the beach. So that's first and foremost. I want to thank you, man, for accepting my invitation to come out here and see what it's all about.
It's been an honor to give an anecdotal perspective.
But yeah, because you had a lot of commentary coming out, and individuals speaking about, especially Brazil,
right?
But never been here,
right?
Or only stayed in one little section and
give
commentary on that, and not spreading out.
Right.
So you came by here and you see how we move around, we move about, and it's a little bit different than what you.
Well, it's very different. The brother just said that the women in Brazil are trash. You know, no disrespect to the brother, but he must only saw a small subsection. From what I've seen, are some of the Brazilians gorda, but that's a small fraction. The majority of the women that I've seen of Copacabana or even Barra da Tijuca are actually gorgeous, fit. The women are very feminine, they're very kind. And I'm telling you guys, travel is very important in becoming an optimized male. Not only travel, but world health. And so there are a lot of toxic and caustic relationships back in the States, which in my opinion, encouraged Brother Al Greeze to write Frustrated 1. What was Frustrated 1 about? What was so paramount about Frustrated 1, Al Greeze? So I want you to tell the audience what you saw from Frustrated 1.
Frustrated 1, what it did was give brothers another option to release their frustration.
Right.
So being frustrated and not having an outlet for that frustration can create other kind of problems.
Yes.
So when he gave individuals knew that there was an outlet, and good brother Charles Tyler that passed away, man, creating the group, and eliminating brothers' fears of traveling alone, and that we could do it as a group, as a positive young man, young black men, especially young black men coming out. So you see the movement that we got, especially young black men coming out, and we're all having a good time out here. Upscale, responsible, good men.
Good men, no doubt.
Good men. So they're taking in all the culture and stuff like that. So that's what Frustrated 1 did. It gave brothers an outlet.
It gave them an outlet, right.
But it also did, it created conversation. The dialogue started coming.
Right.
And then from the dialogue, and then from the outlet, and then you were able to talk about it, able to get some stuff off your chest, and find men who understood where you were coming from. Because like you said, back in the States, we taught to suffer in silence.
The suffer in silence, which is very unhealthy from a mental health perspective.
So when you find out when most men found out that they didn't have to suffer in silence, there were men out there that were going through the same type of thing. And because of Facebook, there were groups that were created where you can come in and have that outlet and be yourself without being criticized for whatever, for your feelings and stuff. So that's what Frustrated 1 did. Right.
You know, it sounds like to me, I always tell people in therapy, Brother Greeze, that in order to recover, you must uncover in order to recover. So uncovering is a mental health process where it helps you go through those layers, what we call onions, in the mental health profession. What did you uncover about yourself that's helped you to become a better man after traversing to South America and the country called Brazil? What did you have to uncover about the negativity in America?
Well, first I realized what shocked me, because I didn't know there was so much of us out here. So when I started to do the research, and I realized Brazil had the highest population of Africans outside of Africa. So when we started traveling, moving around, I saw me.
Yes, sir.
I saw me. So right then and then I realized, America ain't the end all, the be all. I have a passion for black women.
Right.
For black women, but they don't have to be from the States.
Yes, right.
So I realized, wait a minute, they got black women here.
They got black women here, gorgeous black women.
Black women here. Okay, so let me get immersed in the culture a little bit. Let me find out what's popping, what's really going on.
Right.
And once I did that and understand their struggles,
right,
not so different from mine, but their appreciation and their cooperation.
Right, right.
With men, that I was like, wow.
Right.
Wow. Now I'm on to something.
Right, right,
I'm on to something.
Right,
so,
right.
Coming back to the States, you see the lack of cooperation,
yes,
lack of respect,
right,
just for men in general, but
right,
it's reversed.
It's reversed, right.
It's reversed.
Right. So when we talk about uncovering to recover, I'm sure you dated or met beautiful women here. What did it do to you mentally, knowing that women can be that soft and feminine? And I want you to tell the young men and the older men that are listening, tell them why it's important, and this is a double question, but tell them why it's so important to set standards and not be disrespectful. So it's a double question. So what did you learn from the women or the women that you dated here? And tell the young brothers and the older brothers why it's so important to have standards and not be disrespectful.
Well, when I first came out here, and I've been coming here since the early 2000s.
Right.
So then I realized that from the high level of respect they have for men, there was a higher competition rate for my attention. Okay, so a lot of the stuff that was going on in the state, I didn't have to acquiesce to women.
Right.
It was reversed.
It's reversed, right.
It's reversed. I'm the prize.
You're the prize, right.
It didn't matter what I had on, Gucci slippers or fucking some Kmart slippers on. Or if I had a Lacoste shirt on or a Snoopy shirt on.
Right.
It didn't matter.
Right.
The attention and stuff I was getting.
Right.
So they all come back and equate, well, they doing that because you have money. Okay, so what's the difference in the States? Every woman wants to be secure.
Right.
You want to be involved with somebody that's secure. And they saw the value in me.
Right.
So once they realized, okay, he's an American dude, he's coming out here frequently, so therefore he must have some means about himself. Let me get to know this brother.
Right.
And when we sat down, and first thing they wanted to do was introduce me to their family.
Right.
Right off the bat, come meet my father, come meet my mother. They love to talk to you and speak to you. I told them all about you, and I was like, wow, because back in the States, we think once somebody wants to introduce you to their family, you're getting too fast.
Right.
You get too fast, but that's just a regular. Meet my cousin, my extended cousins, and all that stuff. So I learned the appreciation they have for family.
Right.
I come from a large family.
Right.
So when I understood the appreciation they have for family, then I started getting more immersed in culture. So I kind of opened up to it. So it made it a whole lot better.
Right. I want to go back to the elements of Frustrated One again. And we know Frustrated One was Brother Grease's epic film. Charles Tyler, the start of this movement, actually helped contribute to, I'm assuming, you make him Frustrated One, or maybe before.
No. I did Frustrated
before.
I did Frustrated One first.
Right.
Brother Charles saw that.
He saw it, right.
And got inspired by it.
Got you.
Got inspired by
right.
it, and because he was going through something similar. And
yes.
He reached out to me. He created the Black Man Options group.
Right.
Put brothers in, and then he reached out to me and actually brought me in. He gave me what he did was he gave me my base. He gave me my base, and he gave me individuals, man, that understood the product and appreciate the product that I was putting out.
Right.
So he kind of brought me in, and I kind of introduced myself to the brotherhood, man, and it's been fantastic ever since.
Well, there are a lot of cynics. There are some guys, I'm gonna call their names because I want to give them free publicity. But I like this particular brother. But they said the men that travel abroad don't have any game. They're lames. They need to learn game. Tell the guys, I want you to tell the audience, Brother Greeze, why wasting your time on toxic women in America? Whether you have game or not, it's a waste of your time.
Well, it's a waste of your time, as I see it, for a couple of reasons. One, time is more valuable than money.
Right, it is.
So you're sitting there wasting time on something that's in denial on a lot of shit.
Right.
Because they feel they don't have to compete for you, they're the prize, and your
right.
job is to compete for
right.
them.
Yes, sir. Right.
And all that shit over them. When you come out here, you find that's totally different.
It's totally different, right?
Totally different. So trying to build up game to appeal to somebody who's delusional,
right,
makes no sense.
Excellent. I love that. Right.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that means you think, even though you're from New York, I'm from North Carolina. I'm 6'5". I know I'm a handsome man. I'm married, but
my dad told me I was young, I was ugly, so I had to work hard. So that don't bother me. So
well, they told me I was socially awkward, but who gives a crap?
Yeah.
But my point is, so to the detractors, some of the game coaches that call men that travel lanes don't have any games, you feel like it's projection, a form of classic projection. And if you feel that way, tell me why, or tell the audience why.
Well, I just for here it's not needed.
Right.
When you have a level of respect for the individuals that you're dealing with, game is not needed.
Right.
To kind of to put yourself in a position where you're trying to please somebody
Right.
based on artificial facts.
Right.
The
Right.
fact
Right.
that I'm a man.
Right.
I'm a man. That comes
Right.
first.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
don't need game.
Right.
I don't need game. I'm a heterosexual man.
Right.
I'm out here. I don't need game.
Right.
Women will approach you.
Right. Right. Right.
I don't know how long you've been out here, but women have approached me.
Right.
Oi.
Right, right.
Reach a kiss on the cheek. How are you? Sit
Right.
down. Can I
Right.
sit down with you?
Right, right.
They want to interact with you and shit. So
Right.
when you come out here with game, you figure you want to attack. What they do is put you on defense.
Right. Right. Right.
And then when you go on defense, you're like, okay, she up to something. What the hell she up to something?
Right,
No,
right.
she's in her natural state.
She's in her natural state. Right.
She's in her natural state. And a
Right.
lot of guys don't realize that when you come out here to see women who are feminine,
Feminine.
friendly,
Friendly.
and fit.
And very fit. Yes.
Fit. Those are,
Right.
and then you dealing with women who are unfriendly, unfit,
Unfit.
and unfeminine.
And unfeminine. Yes.
So here it's reversed.
It's reversed. Right.
Reverse. The game
Right.
is not needed. All you need, what is needed is a passport and be able to show up.
Right. Right.
That's what's needed.
Right.
And that's what changed the game for a lot of brothers. So you
Right.
had a lot of brothers that came out that maybe not socially fit, or they come out and about, and then the interaction with the women there, and next thing you know,
It builds the confidence.
builds the confidence. True
Right.
game come out because they're like, damn, the truth. That's what you want. The true
The
game.
true game. Right.
Who you are and what you are. So when I
Right.
came out here and I started meeting friends, I let them know, listen, I'm here in your city, beautiful city. I like to move around. You want to come move with me, and then
Right.
we go move around.
Right. Right.
So I
Right.
started showing them shit in the city they didn't even know it existed.
Right. Right.
For financial reasons, whatever. But I started moving around, showing them shit, and they see how you get down, your true self.
Right.
I
Right.
ain't got to run game. I could be myself.
You can be yourself. Right. Right.
could be
Right.
myself.
Respect. Respect.
And when I'm back in the States, I'm myself. Now, I'm an independent filmmaker.
No doubt. Right.
I'm not big in Hollywood, all that stuff, but I
Right.
make enough money where I
Right.
can sustain myself.
Yes, sir.
I travel
Right.
frequently.
Yes, sir.
I'm always in and out of the country. Anybody that knows me know I'm Greeze in and out.
In and out. Right.
And
You are.
I take care of myself.
Right.
And I just watch my money. I don't buy Jordans. I don't need Jordans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for the voluptuous women back, I don't waste time feeding them. Them bills is hefty. Your bills will run up on you. You could run $200-300 tab with some daiquiris and appetizers, main meal, desserts. And I could bring that same bread out here and it'll hit 5 times fold. So it's
Right.
down to
Right.
that
Right.
basic
Right.
economics.
Right. Right. And I noticed the women when they see your ring, they don't bother you. They respect the institution of marriage, and they respect the institution of family. Why is it that women here respect the institution of family versus the women helicopter family? Well, as I said, it appears to me we've had a lot of women come up to me. Many haven't come to me, but it appears they respect the institution of marriage. Why do you think the institution of marriage, family, and tradition is so paramount here, Brother Greeze, compared to back in the States?
Well, the basis of it here is family. And the basis of it in America is financial.
Financial, right.
It's financial. So in America, we view marriage as a business.
Right, right.
As a business, not part of the culture. Like part of the culture is you got to get married, you got to have kids, you need somebody to take care of each other.
Right, right.
And you go and there's a cooperation. And in the States, it's based on money.
Right.
So just like any other profitable business, when the profits start to dry up, you have to lay off workers. Some folks want to disappear.
Right.
The business is not profitable
Right,
anymore.
right.
And sometimes you see that same thing in marriage. It's
Right.
going to go up and down.
Right.
So it's not based on the integrity of the individual. The value of the man that you have beside you, whether he's the father of my children,
Right.
or he's a provider at one time, but he got hurt right now.
Right, right.
He's not able to do it right now, so let's pick up the slack for daddy.
Right.
No, it reverses. Daddy ain't shit now.
Right.
So now we got the bounce.
Yes, right. I like what you're saying.
You got the bounce now, and it's sad because I've seen that witness within in family.
Right.
Oh shit, he think he gonna come over here, or he ain't living with me, or she ain't
Right.
living with me.
Right.
And here, it's a cooperation, just knowing that we all in it together.
Right.
For all of us to be successful.
Right. And it sounds like to me, Brother Al Greeze. Brother Al Greeze, filmmaker out of New York. He's coming up. He did create Frustrated 1, Frustrated 2, but he believes the Frustrated 3 is going to be epic. Go check out Frustrated 1 and Frustrated 2 on Vimeo. I believe it's $5.99, right?
$5.99. Yeah, you see the $5.99.
Okay.
Just put down the 2 liter. Put whatever beverage you drinking with the chips, and you got $5.99 right there.
$5.99, and it's an excellent film. I was even moved and transformed by it. But back to our point,
Don't skip over this. Or you can go to greasefilms.com.
Okay.
The links are there available right there,
Okay.
and it'll bring you over to the product.
Okay, great. But you made a very salient point, Al. You talked about how men in America are seen as commodities, and so I came up with a term called the commodification to be subjugated as it relates to her solipsism or her selfishness. So it sounds like to me that men in America are basically used as tools. And if they're no longer a tool, then they're discarded. Why are black men or men in America treated as tools alone versus the men here in Brazil?
Well, it reminds me of the line I saw in Jungle.
Right.
When they told old boy that what we're gonna do is we're gonna send you to the Point Dickey working factory. We're gonna work until your back give out, get you in the head, and throw you in the hole.
Right.
That's it. So he was thinking of the men who, especially growing up and watching men work themselves to death.
Right.
And throw their ass in the hole and they move on.
Right.
Or get rid of you. That's the end of your value.
Right.
Over here, you have more value in really in providing and protecting and being part of the family unit. The men here, their position in the family unit is very well respected.
Very well respected, right.
Very well respected. You're the head of the family. So most of the chicks and stuff that I ran across, you know, if we went out and stuff, what they want to do is bring me to their father.
Right.
Let dad know who you are, what you are, and what kind of feeling you get for you, for attention. Before going anywhere, you got to meet my father.
Yes, sir.
My mother ain't gonna be and they'll throw barbecues for you. They'll throw big events for you. When you're coming in meeting the family and stuff. So, you know, and just meeting them.
Just meeting them,
And back in the States, you know, we meet extended family members from either there at the wedding or at the house, you know, pregnant, giving birth. We meet them later in life.
Or at the funeral.
Yeah, you don't get to, they don't bring them around the family.
Right.
That's totally opposite here. You meet the family first. And they'll bring you in and immerse you in their family unit, let you know what they're about.
Right. So it sounds like to me that fathers are honored. If you go back to tenets of theology, you know, we live in a matriarchy where they say honor thy mother and their father, but I did the research out, and the Bible doesn't say that. It says honor thy father and thy mother. And so it sounds like to me that men here are actually reverenced. Compared to the men in America. It sounds like to me there's a healthy patriarchy in Brazil. What's your take on the patriarchy in Brazil? And tell me why you feel a patriarchy, a culture patriarchy. We're not talking about abuse, because people always associate patriarchy with abuse and cruel punishment, but patriarchy built the world. So what would you say about why is patriarchy needed in America?
Well, what you see is the destruction of certain fabrics and institutions that are falling apart as the power structure switches. So when you see out here, just from a financial standpoint, men don't have rights when it comes to the children, which is brought up and frustrated too. So we talk about men ain't around, especially black men ain't around, but you're using the court system to force them out. For monetary gain. For monetary gain. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't need money to rear a child up. You need money for maintenance.
For maintenance,
For maintenance. So your influence in your child's life doesn't require money. Doesn't require money, but we put the emphasis on money, reward. So America's a financial capitalist institution, so they do anything that they can generate funds off of. Even if it means a separation of family. Even if it means fighting in courts and you spending exorbitant amounts of money going through that system. So it's not respected there as it is here. Child support doesn't kill a man. It doesn't kill a man. Men pay child support here, but it's not based on 40-50% of your income. It's not based on that. It's based on the actual need. And mark me if I'm wrong, the last time I did research, it was based on her income. What's required for her to be able to maintain. And you contribute extra to that. So if you're going to break down the builders of it, then what you going to have? If you break down the builders of any society and stuff, you start breaking them down. That's why the black community looks like what it is now.
It's a cesspool. Yeah,
it's a cesspool, and men as decided. So when you talk about the black community, now I don't even know what you're talking about.
I
don't know what you're talking about. Most of it, you see single moms and some of the nonsense that look like a house of ill repute. When you talk about the black community, and that's not us. Because you got a lot of brothers that moved out of the suburbs. That moved out of the suburbs are doing very well. So most of us ambition is to get out of it.
To get out of it,
To get out of it, because that's not the place you want to be. Now most brothers have figured out being in relationships in America is not where you want to be.
It's not where you want to be.
You want to get out of it.
You
want to get out of it, and you want to go visit other countries that can sustain such a relationship in a family unit. I think black men get a bad rap because they want to tell you that we all dogs, and we thugs, and we do all this and that and the third, which is not true. I know tons of good brothers in the early 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, childless, doing very well for themselves in the States, and decided to, I could have a better life if I get away from that and come out here, especially when it comes to relationships.
Right. And you dated abroad when you were in America, but when you compare the femininity here and back in the States compared to the women here, what did true femininity do to the core of your soul? And I want you to share with the audience.
It dropped my blood pressure. drop all that shit.
So drop your blood pressure.
This is different when you listen. I have a friend here.
Right.
And I told him when I was coming down, you know, she's staying with me at this apartment and stuff.
Right.
And when she asked me for, I'm in New York.
Right.
New York got everything.
Right.
You know that. You want something, anything. New York don't got it. It just it ain't out there.
Right.
So she asked me, can I bring some massage oil so she could give me a massage from and the long flight I had.
Oh, wow.
So I understand you got a little flight, you got a little layover in Miami.
Right.
Bring some massage oil so when you get in, I can massage you because you know I'm filming out here too.
Right.
So when I get back to the spot clean, my clothes all stuff folded up. She got food waiting for me over there.
Right.
She said I'm traveling with the brothers. Nobody bringing my phone. Where you at?
Right.
I know you out there with them bitches and all.
Right.
I ain't got to go through none of that. So
Right,
imagine how
right,
productive I can be
Yes, sir.
if I ain't got to go through that. I'm out here making a living for myself. I'm out here earning.
Right.
See the hustle, you know, you see, I'm dealing with grinding. Everywhere I go, I grind.
Right.
So this is about, I ain't got nobody calling me. Want to check my phone, see if I'm at work, what am I doing? I'm out here with the brothers. We in Baja.
Right.
I do some filming. And thank you, brother, for participating in Frustrated 3. Glad to have you.
No doubt.
But has my phone rang?
No, it hasn't.
I can work. I can work in peace
right.
and then come home and have, you know, I could be productive and come home and have a feminine woman there that know I had a hard day, that want to massage me, want to reduce my stress level.
Right, and shout out to my wife too, man. She's done a great job supporting me while I've been down here too. So shout out to my little show.
You know how it is when you gotta do stuff on the fly and you don't have nobody aggravating you or stressing you about nonsense.
Right.
Nonsense. It's beautiful women all around this beach.
Right.
My phone ain't ringing. Nobody stressing me about
They're
what
very
the hell
secure.
you doing.
Right, they're very secure.
They're very secure, and you know, but that's based on my character.
Right.
See, I show something in my character. No matter back home, I could be the same way, but I know what you're doing. You ain't filming. You
Right. You know, Al, you know, you traversed from Frustrated 1, which was about 10 years ago, to Frustrated 2. But now you got an epic film called Frustrated 3, where me, Dr. Ron Neal, and Brother Chris, can't think of his last name, he's going to be in it. What made you write, what gave you the animus, not the animus, but the energy or the vision to create your third film called Frustrated 3? Why was that so important as it relates to male rights? Why? Tell the audience why you came with Frustrated 3.
It's a series. It's like I'm doing a film like in a book format.
Right.
So we had chapter 1, it's chapter 2, it's chapter 3, because the story ain't over and the struggle's still there.
The struggle's still there, right.
And the need for it is still there.
Right.
The need for it is still there.
Right.
So back in the States, you know, when I was looking to do something else, my phone kept ringing for requests for interview. Shout out to Oshay.
Shout out to Oshay, no doubt.
Oshay Duke Jackson.
Oshay Duke Jackson.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to thank brother Oshay Duke Jackson. You know, he's a cool brother. He had me on the show, man. You know, he gave me an excellent boost. And so shout out to Oshay, because it's men like Oshay that, in my opinion, envisions the spirit of brotherhood. You know, he ain't tripping. He's been what I call a booster for a lot of men. He was a booster for Kevin Samuels. He's had other men on the show, brothers that he helped get the platform started.
For me as well.
So shout out for me as well.
Man.
So shout out to Oshay. Shout out to Oshay Duke Jackson, man. Salute to you, King.
I did he asked me to come on. I did the show with him, man, and he showed me the numbers. That, you know, from the views, amount of views and stuff that he got from the show and all that stuff, man. Hey, look at this gorgeous thing, man. I'm sorry, I lose focus, man. Well,
pray for her. Pray for her.
No, don't pray for me. Don't pray for me. I'm right where I need to be. Right where I need to be. Don't need, look at this. Oh my goodness. What was the question? Oh, Oshay. He gave me the I lost my train of thought. You see what happened?
You said Oshay gave you your boost.
Oh yeah, well, I did the show with him. He was showing me the numbers and stuff, but I see that there was still an audience for it, and there's still some intrigue about it.
Right.
So I did it before actually not having the guys out here, because of Frustrated 2. What I did was I introduced them to some of the legal framework that they had out that was trying to trap brothers. Right. With equitable estoppel. With the dangers of dating women with single kids, how that can affect you in the long haul. Right. And child support game, how it's a big hustle. And I was trying to give brothers a pitfall to avoid. And so I still saw there was a need for it. So so we keep it going. Right. We keep it going.
Right. So this caravan that you brought up here, including myself. I've had professional brothers. I want you to tell the audience about the span of black men.
I want to tell the brothers what the hell I'm looking at. That's what I need to show y'all. We're
going to have to get the non-oil shit. We're going to get the non-oil and put them in the back.
Okay, but I need to show y'all this. Y'all need some motivation, some inspiration. I need to show you what the hell.
We're going to call him Deacon Sinback. But,
no, man, just, what's the name you gave me for Harry Tubman?
Yeah, Harry Tubman.
Brothers one at a time.
Right, one at a time, right.
But, cocoa brown skin, oh my God. Okay, but go ahead, I'm focused, man, I'm focused.
Pray for him. But,
no, don't pray for him, I'm all right, y'all. I'm good.
But you came out with Frustrated 3, which was a combination of 2 major films. You have a caravan of black men, what I call a cadre of men. Let's talk about the different men that you have on this caravan. Where are these brothers from? Why did they join you on this quest to see a different aspect of the
majority of them, most of them, either were traumatized by some shit that was going on, or know somebody who was traumatized by what was going on back in the Matrix.
Right.
And my man Johnny Johnson would say back in the back. Shout out to Johnny Johnson, big homie.
Right.
And so when they find out that there was an outlet for them and can join a group of positive brothers. Like we talk about forex trade, we talk about crypto, we talk about stock. I got somebody told me, yo, at Greeze, you didn't buy this.
Right.
Shit, I was out here, I bought some stock and made me about $1,500.
Oh wow.
In 2 days.
In 2 days, wow.
In 2 days, you know what I mean? And so when brothers see that kind of camaraderie going on, and then they go back and they're gonna tell their friends, they tell their brothers, tell their families, like, yo, you need to come out here, you need to see that.
Right.
So and I had brothers tell me, man, from you doing God's work,
right.
And the impact that I had in their lives. So that's really the driving force for me to continue.
Right.
So listen, I'm not a rich man.
Right.
I do well for myself, but the fact that I can touch somebody else's heart and play an impact in somebody else's life.
Right.
Outside of my family unit.
Right.
My family and stuff, man. And for that to me, that's all it is.
Well, you know, I consider you to be dualistic. You not only are you Harriet Tubman, but you're also Dr. Martin Luther King. Because Dr. King said, if I can help somebody, then my living is not in vain. And you've done a great job to motivate men, to encourage men. And even me, myself, being the coach and clinician, a licensed clinical professional, that's seeking to encourage brothers. You know, I started the coach and clinician because a lot of men weren't talking about, or a lot of clinicians weren't talking about the impact of America on the mental health of black men. So I did this as with the Manhood Chronicles and the coach and clinician, so the men can see a different perspective on how they need to be treated from a psychological perspective. And so one of the 7 core principles of becoming an optimized male is travel and health. And so what has travel done to your spirit? And then we're going to get back to Frustrated 3. And you said
I'm sorry, it showed me just something outside of what I thought was the norm.
Right.
And I thought, growing up in America, the way America's good at advertising.
Right.
And the root word of advertising is to avert.
Avert, right.
Avert you, then entice you.
Entice you, right, I like that, right.
Avert, then entice you with some shit. So we brainwash, but this is the end all to be all, and you got to be, this is what you got to do, and you got to buy property, you got to get the house with the picket fence,
right.
This shit.
Right.
And if you look at that model, that shit is eroded.
Right.
I don't want none of that.
Right.
So when I got to travel, man, I see how other people live, how they enjoy life. I'm like, wow. This is I like this model a little bit better. Right. I like this little bit model better. Now, as far as the health part of it goes, the food here is not loaded. It's not loaded with steroids and all that stuff, and it's not. What's the term I'm looking for? Most of our food is
organic.
No, their food is organic.
Right.
GMOs. Yeah, ours is loaded with GMOs and all that stuff. So. And you see people, whether you're in Baja or if you're in Rio, Copacabana, constantly exercising. Right. So these people have to have some input in their own health. Right. So their food is not loaded with garbage. Right. So I mean, the first day I was here, I dumped me some fresh coconut water fresh off the tree. Right. Man, I had to run back to the bath because it was so fresh. Right. For my sister and stuff, man. So, right. And so you see a lot of people, you see them walking around, they're healthy, but you got, the majority of them play a role in their health care. Right. And staying healthy and staying fit. Right. I said, they're friendly and they fit. They fit. Okay. And they're feminine too. They're very feminine, right. So back to Frustrated 3. You talked about the forex trading, you talked about men from all parts of the country. Without giving away too much, what can the audience look for in Frustrated 3 without giving away too much? What they can look for is they're gonna pay about $10.99. You're gonna pay about $10.99, and you go in there, and then you have everything you need.
Right. Okay.
You get in there. I don't want to give it away.
Right. I understand.
You know our people fickle.
Right.
No,
I
don't need to see
I understand.
That.
And so,
but it's from a different perspective. Like I said, I have you in there, I have Dr. Dale in there. And,
right.
You know, I also film in the States too.
Yes, sir. Right.
Get the perspective from both sides.
From both sides, right?
Yeah, get it from both sides. So we're just now having fun with the brothers that's out here and filming that there. So when we get back to the States, we'll wrap up. And we're looking to do some big things with Frustrated.
No doubt. And listen, we want you to support Brother Al Greeze. Helicopter here. But we want you to support Brother Al Greeze in his new film, Frustrated 3. We think Frustrated 3 is going to be epic. And Brother Greeze talked about a culmination or an amalgamation of different things, but the whole crux of the situation that American men are frustrated and they are divesting because they can't get the things that they want. Some believe it's gross narcissism. Some believe that there's a high level of respect as relates.
Focus better.
Oh, I'm locked in. But many believe that there's not a high level of respect as relates to the reverence of black men. And a lot of men are divesting and leaving America for greater shores. And so before we end this video, what do you want to tell the audience about why it's so important to invest in themselves and how investing in Al Greeze is giving him a great return on his investment?
Well, first and foremost, I tell anybody I speak to, you gotta work on self.
Right.
You gotta be honest with yourself. You gotta work on self. Because if you don't work on self and you want to travel, well, you're gonna bring that baggage with wherever you travel.
Right.
You gotta work on self. Whether you gotta go speak to somebody, talk to somebody, you work on self. And then when you work on self and you get a fresh start of traveling and stuff, so then you can really take in, take in the other cultures and stuff that's around. And investing in me. For those who have, there's a lot of brothers that supported me, invested in me financially, monetary-wise. I keep giving it back.
Right.
I keep giving it back as far as doing the films and stuff. And the Frustrated podcast is going to be up too.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So we're going to look out for that. You can go on the Facebook page for Frustrated.
Right.
So we're going to have that up and running too, in addition with the film.
Okay.
So you can watch the film, but the discussion doesn't stop there.
Right.
So you have questions, we got panels and stuff. We can come back on there. Hope to have you on the show as
yes,
well, man.
Right.
So we're gonna have discussion there,
no doubt.
And you know, we're gonna keep it going on the podcast.
No doubt, on the strength. So once again, Brother Al Greeze is liberating one brother at a time. And shout out to Brother Eric Spencer. He has been what I call the Aaron of this caravan, man. He's been awesome. Eric Spencer have done a lot. Raphael. They've done a great job, Gerald. Yeah. They've done a great job motivating brothers. And you know, there's an old scripture say, in a multitude of counselors there's strength or safety, but oh how good it is for the brethren to dwell together in unity. So there are 2 steps before we end this show that a man must use to become an optimized male, and travel and health is 2 of them. And I believe that you're going to see the importance of travel and health in Brother Al Greeze's Frustrated 3. So we're about to sign off. And remember this, if it ain't 7, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, it ain't right. I want you guys to enjoy this show and go support Brother Al Greeze. You know, I call him the Southern Charm of New York, and he's been a great guy and a great asset, man. So we're about to sign off. And once again, shout out to Brother Oshay Duke Jackson, what I call the ambassador of the manosphere. He gave me my start. And brother, I'm gonna give you your homage because a lot of guys get big and they don't pay back. But I'm paying back, man, because that's the Leo in me. So shout out to Brother Oshay Duke Jackson. Showing you love, salute King. Be well, brother.
Chazo.
No doubt.
And shout out to this thing right here. I'm about to see what's going on over here, man.
We're gonna pray for him.
I'm hands on.
4 in the morning, you got me up all cause you need to talk. To 4 in the evening, wanna break up, say that you've had enough. I'm tired of talking, again and again, argue about everything. You are my darling, let's kiss and make up, I know you wanna touch. You call me every night, call me every day, I just wanna get you alone now. Trust me when I say